Hello, this is Jonathan from Sojourners Awake. This is part 2 of Escape from Skull Island. We performed it as a one-shot, and of course, as most of my adventures turn out, it turned into a two-shot. And who knows, maybe an entire campaign. The point is, we are jumping right into the middle of the story with Vladimir, Ellie, and Caspian caught aboard the Stygian carriage in the hands of the maniacal Captain Festerwound. And so, our story continues.
And once again, in another cell. This time, it is a 20 by 40 foot hollow cavity in a cave within the side of the mountain. The ocean tide lingers at the edge of the cave, slowly creeping up little by little. Above you in the ceiling, there's a small barred opening that you are initially thrown through, and the bars shut tight. In the corner, there huddles an old, wizened man with barely a loincloth for raiment. Yet again in the cell, Vladimir, how do you respond, and where do your eyes wander?
My hands are in my face right now, and I'm just rubbing my temple. Wishing I had an opportunity to thunderwave the whole crew off the ship.
Well, feel free to bring that to the attention of everyone.
No, no, this isn't the thoughts. Not fireball, no. I don't have a spell.
It's fine.
And as I've described this second cell, what do you mostly pay attention to?
I don't know what the other prisoners are talking about.
The other prisoners are looking at each of you disdainfully like, are you trying to get us killed? Look, there's nothing else we can do. You see a man, a dwarf, an orc. You see the old woman the young woman who has gone insane, just terrified, just saying over and over again, the bellows, the bellows. Only you notice that she is only moving as long as someone leads her by the hand. You look over and you see Caspian. And Caspian, how do you appear? What do you pay attention to as you're thrown headfirst into the cell? You roll on the ground and splash along the shore that is slowly creeping up into this cavernous.
Oh no.
About this at all. I guess I'm paying attention to the old guy who's already here.
Makes eye contact with you. His beard smeared with various food particles. His bony body creaks over and his eyes bug out of his bald head. He begins to speak to you, but not before Ellie. You see her.
I am running. Yes, I am running my hands over everything, looking for loose rock, secret, loose rods, anything, secret passages, anything that might be a way out of here, or a way that I can break through the bars or pick locks if I had the opportunity.
The old man just cackles. You won't find any way out here. Try swimming below, it's barred and caged. Try looking above, it's barred and caged. That's where they throw the food. Sometimes the food comes from the underwater as well. He licks his lips and looks at you and says, a nibble for an old man? Do you have a nibble?
And he extends his hand to you, Ellie.
Sorry, fresh out. And I ignore him and go back about my business because I don't trust crazy old men.
It's probably a safe
Looks at you.
life rule.
Yeah. I just a nibble, something from the outer world, Mr.
And he looks to you, Caspian.
Something from the outer world.
Afraid nothing I could share.
Now we've got a large crew here, and he looks around and sees all of you and says, what a party Festerwound has brought to old Caperton today.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to notice Vladimir at this point.
Oh, don't
Vladimir.
worry.
How long have you been here?
how short life is that one would ask that question.
Okay. Caspian's just gonna disengage at this point, you know.
You have a moment to sit as the tide begins slowly moving in. Vladimir,
I've got no tools, no maul, no skill sets to get out. I'm virtually useless, and I'm relying on these two this entire time. Oh.
Did you not get your maul? We got our stuff. What'd you do? Offend the imp?
Did I hear that wrong? I thought he hadn't given it to us yet.
no,
Or
he
mine-
did. Yes,
He
Oh,
did.
shit.
That's why I was like, the whole time I was like,
I didn't hear the mall part. My bad. Fuck.
I thought Vladimir was just a really dense character. I was like,
No, I didn't hear that part.
okay.
Oh no. Perhaps yours was late in coming.
Well,
He didn't.
Vladimir,
The imp did not specify.
well, Vladimir, you do now notice it.
Oh, God. All right.
And then
Take back my words. My perception is dulled. Just
It was
being on the
probably
ship
the
for so
toxic
long.
corpse fumes.
Vladimir, you hear a voice whisper to you, and then he says, I'll take over the guard here for a second. Go get yourself a drink in the tavern." First mate Aram sits on the guard stool, the keys dangling from his side. He says, "Word, Master Elf."
I'm like hitting Caspian, like, that's the guy!
indeed it
The
is.
three of you within earshot now, waiting on Vladimir's response. I said, "It's a nice day for a swim, isn't it, Master Elf?"
Oh, yes. It's a perfect day. You're the first mate, right?
Yes, and time is of the expediency. Am I speaking to the brains of the operation or the brawn?
The brawn, apparently, because I did
Definitely
not.
the brains.
Certainly.
Hi.
Forgive me, I have no time for pleasantries and social niceties, so could you please put your best brain forward? Whichever one of you is the most intelligent.
I'm gonna give L like a nice pat on the back. Pretty sure that's you.
I'm.
Go get him.
But you do all the inventing. Oh wait, I'm good at this kind of stuff. Okay, and I come forward. Like, yep,
The
that's me.
inventor isn't.
How can I help?
The wizard here should be the smartest one.
Yeah, there's two kinds of smart, honey.
He says, "Either way, listen, Festerwound has gone mad. Not only is he sworn to deal with Levistitis, but he's also sworn to deal with Sikola. He just keeps making these deals with patrons of otherworldly nature and leading us all mad. No one seems to notice it. I want out. Now, I can't betray my position quite yet, but if you look very quickly and you see beyond the tunnel as he points in a direction, there is a tunnel leading into the volcano just 150 feet away. If you can make it there, there is a temple. And inside that volcanic temple is the key that was stolen by the Fire Newt Nation. Now, the Fire Newts are vicious creatures, but that key leads to a ship, the Dawnwalker. Yes, a holy vessel used to guide the plains. It is docked here, right outside the temple. Poor captain was eaten alive, as is their custom. I will make a deal. Bring me the key. Do anything in my power without betraying my position to get you out of here before the tide comes in. I need someone brave, stupid enough, also smart enough to survive. Only one of you needs to survive. And bring me the key at this dock where the Dawnwalker is. And make sure you get out of here. Those of you that make it through.
I'll make 2/3 of those requirements.
Astute observation.
You are taking up precious airtime, and I only have moments before the guard returns to relieve me of my post.
All right,
What do you
let us
All right.
out. We'll do it.
Like I said, I can't just let you out. Listen, Festerwound is going to take you out soon enough. As soon as they have their sport here in the cage, they are going to let you out because they are taking you to a Sahuagin temple to offer you a Sakola. Once Sakola is satisfied, Captain Festerman will be free to roam the seas once again.
Right. And how are you preventing us from falling into that? If you said you can't let us out, but you want us to go find you a key.
You will be let out in just a second as soon as the sport has been had. And then
Oh.
at that moment, I can offer some kind of distraction, or I don't know, just give you a chance to break free from your bonds and make a run for that tunnel. They won't
What
follow you
about
into the
our
tunnel.
gear? Where's our supplies?
I only have a moment before the sport is ended. I can spend that time gathering as much supplies for you as possible.
Okay. While he's been talking, and I've been standing up against the bars with him, I'd like to do a sneak in and grab those keys off his belt and see if I can pull it off while we're chatting.
You do so. With
Oh, I
ease.
do?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He drops his
All right,
head.
I'm like,
and
all right,
he just
okay.
he just drops his head and says, "Blessed child of Lolf." It takes 2 keys to undo
Of
the
who?
padlock. It takes 2 keys to undo the padlock. You have one. The guard has the other. You look
Okay,
and
well,
see that
fine. When the guard comes back, we'll take care of it. Bye.
you walk away.
I'm
Wait,
still
wait, wait.
standing by the bars.
He panics a little bit and just leans up and gets back on he leans back up on the chair and waits for the guard. The guard then arrives and says, "I could take it from here for now." He says,
Bye.
very well. Okay, and he walks away. The guard is now sitting on the chair.
Does he have his back to us?
Yes,
Can I reach him through the bars?
that would be too easy. He is
I was gonna say, and what kind of armor is he wearing?
Yeah, he's conveniently positioned out of arm's reach.
Darn.
Hey, put your hand back in that meat hole.
Make me!
Okay.
Notice,
That's the approach we're gonna take.
Caspian, as you look around, the old man is nowhere to be seen, and the tide has risen another 5 feet. The water is beginning to lap around your knees.
I'm not particularly concerned with the water.
You're
It's
not.
not a problem. So we've got bravery, stupidity, and the ability to survive. All right, between the 3 of us.
I'm not sure if I'm stupidity or
You s-
bravery.
Yeah, you start to hear the pirates begin
I'm blind and
assembling,
deaf, don't worry.
and they begin to assemble around this porthole. Any of your hands that are left aside, they kind of step on them, kick them to the side, and begin one by one cramming their ugly, rotting, beer-smelling faces to the porthole, saying, "I want to see which one goes first." The other prisoners begin to panic. The tide begins coming in at an alarming rate. Soon enough, each of you are swimming, and you see the old man's head bobbing back and forth, just treading water, and he's looking at you and looks at you, Vladimir, and says, "Ooh, just a nibble. Just a nibble's all old Capitan needs." And a fin
Ow.
If I
sprouts.
catch you a fish,
his-
I'll give it to you.
A
I
fin
don't
sprouts
think
on his
fish
back.
is-
His nose
Oh,
begins to
no.
grow into a snout, and the druid begins to wild shape into this hunter shark. And the sport begins. Please roll initiative.
Oh, where to fish?
17.
16.
Hey, wow, 20.
Oh, 18.
Vladimir, somehow you are the first to act in this initiative. You see that this 20-foot hunter shark
Holy
is
crap.
sprawling out of the water, dives deep under the water with the intention, since you were the last person that he made eye contact with, his black, lidless eyes peer towards you, and you feel the surge of water flush as he's diving right towards your feet, which are now treading water, and you have nothing but a swimming speed. How do you proceed?
I'm going to will the spiritual weapon right behind him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna for my bonus action, and then it's gonna swing for. I swear, oh, it's 19. It's 19. I thought it was a 20. Is that hit?
Yep. AC is 12. So
Whoa.
the spiritual weapon crashes out and cuts through his tail. Go
For
ahead and roll your
mighty 4 damage.
4 damage?
Yeah, 4 whole damage.
Okay. Not bad. Anything else on the rest of your turn?
Now, I take it I'm obviously I'm treading. Where's my weapon in? How far am I from this thing?
You can see he's about 10 feet from you now.
Okay, and my maul was with me, I guess, in order to swing.
You
Okay,
got it.
I did not drop it or anything, so I'm gonna swing them all for 13.
13?
13 to hit.
That's going to be disadvantaged since you're trying to hit. Since you're trying to hit him underwater, the maul's going to slow its speed a little bit. So
12.
disadvantage while his nose. That's right on the money and right on the nose. You find contact as soon as it hits the shark, right on the tip of the nose.
Oh wow! For 13 damage. Okay. Don't
Okay,
tell me
nice.
I don't need to use electricity
Dang.
to this water. I know that much. All right.
Oh,
13 damage. Gosh. Okay, wham. That you felt the contact in your hand kind of jolts back and forth, spraining your wrist as it makes contact against the shark. And now we are going to Caspian.
Caspian's going to use the shape water cantrip to try to create kind of like a gap in the water between, I guess, between the party. I don't know how close we all are with each other, but I'm trying to separate the water and keep the shark away from us, or force him to change back into a creature with legs.
So this water is about, let's say, 60 feet deep at this point.
Gosh.
Yeah, cantrip would be a little weak in shaping this water.
Okay, I'm going to dive under the water then.
Okay. And you see the water clear. There's little bitty like anemones that are glowing. The shark is moving towards Vladimir, and his maul strikes at that moment.
I'm going to, I suppose I'll cast, I'm going to cast shield. Can I get close enough to Vladimir to cast shield?
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast shield on Vladimir.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
It is done.
And,
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of stand behind Vladimir. I'll swim behind Vladimir now, though.
Right. Well, the hunter shark is still going to go for his quarry. That's a natural 20 to hit Vladimir.
Woo! Roll that damage. I'm
Double
the
that.
fish.
Here we are. Yes. Well done. You're the fish. 15 points of damage.
Oh,
Shh.
that's half my
Moments
life.
before that shield comes right up. It goes through the shark, but the shark just has madness in its eyes, and blood, elven blood, begins to fill up the water. And you see that the shark's eyes glaze over with red, and the shark has gotten indeed a nibble. The bottom of the initiative
That hurt.
is now Ellie's turn.
I don't know if this works this way, but would Dispel Magic reverse a wild shape? I guess Ellie doesn't know that, so
Yeah, it does.
you can
not.
just make me try. Okay, that was my first thought. So instead, I will use a different spell. How high is the ceiling?
About 30 feet.
Great. I'm going to cast Levitate
Okay.
and go up. As soon as I see the shark, I'm like, oh, no. And I'm going up. Unfortunately, Fairy Fire is also concentration, so I can't do anything about that. And I guess that's going to be it for my turn, because that was my full action. And,
The crowd begins cheering, and as soon as you levitate, they're like, no cheating! And you see a couple people like getting angry, those that had placed bets on you getting eaten first.
yeah, I don't know if I
Those
can
that
use
have
my
been
bonus
placing
action to
bets on-
hide in the shadows, but...
As a rogue, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to obscure myself up in the ceiling in the shadows
Well, at least away from his line of sight.
from his.
Which-
yeah. Hopefully he's
given
not
a
coming
shark,
after
that's
me.
not. I don't think that's going to be difficult at all. You're very well hidden from this shark as well.
Okay.
There are other prisoners floating in the water, panicking, treading water, swimming as far away as they can, some clinging hopelessly to the rocks that slide under their fingers. They seem fair prey at any given point. And as the blood drains from Vladimir's body into the shark just goes into a frenzy and rushes towards one of the other prisoners and chomps, leaving their arm severed in its mouth. The prisoner floats violently to the bottom, and the crowd cheers, achieving the sport they had wished for. Vladimir, the shark has moved out of your reach for that moment. So at the top of the initiative, I can allow your reaction and then your full turn as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Take
Go
an
for it.
attack of opportunity. Swing my maul at disadvantage. 14.
Hit. Again.
10 damage.
All right, solid 24 damage
Nice.
done by Vladimir so far. And his maul is it rounded or does it have spikes?
It's I'm gonna have it be a made of dragon bone on the very tip.
Very cool. Yeah. And the dragon bone kind of pierces through that area, that hide, and you watch one of the fish bones just cave in. Anything else with your movement? Well, you have your turn now.
Yeah, now I have my turn. How far is it? 30? I can't even swim. Like, I was only swim 15 feet.
Yeah, he swims. He's way out of your reach.
I'm just going to move my my spirit weapon though closer to it. I can move 20 feet. But I'm gonna move it closer, and I'm gonna swim a little closer.
Okay.
Regrettably, let's see how that goes.
It'll take you a turn at least to get there. Caspian, you're next.
I guess I'll start swimming around. I'm trying to see if there's any, what's happening under the water. What's the shark looking like? I really can't attack him.
The shark. Yeah. Well, with the prisoners swimming around, the pirates jeering and cheering above, the water has risen. Like I said, there's only 30 feet left in this cave. What are you paying attention to during this time? What presses you the most?
I suppose how, that there's really no way out of this situation other than surviving. So I'm actually, I am going to attempt to cast another spell, Heroism, this time on Vladimir, which will increase his hit points. It's my spell casting ability modifier, which I think is my intelligence.
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
temp?
Yeah. So,
Cool.
Is that a D20 for rolling?
I think it just works. It's
I
I'm
think it
sorry,
just
something
happens.
plus your intelligence.
Yeah, it's not contesting like my
E4?
resisting or anything.
D4.
Unless you would resist.
I don't need your
Get that
help.
magic away from me.
No
I am my own
heroism.
hero.
So I rolled a 2
Wizard.
The 2 on what?
on a D4. So that would be
Oh, it just
plus 2.
it just gains whatever your intelligence modifier is.
Oh, okay, so 2.
Oh, 2?
At the
Do I
start
feel
of
it?
each of your turns.
Do I feel it? Probably not. You feel just slightly better than you did a moment ago.
It's like
Did you put a band-aid on me?
yeah,
Maybe
it
if you realized
worked
you got a
about
ball sooner.
it. You are also immune to being frightened.
Oh,
So
I'm fearless now.
that lasts a minute. So yeah,
Okay,
hot minute.
I'm fearless.
All right, well done.
I guess.
Well, the shark, still hungry, it's going to turn its attention Caspian. Nice little fish in the sea.
Not my buddy.
The shark is going to whip up its tail and dive straight down in, going towards Caspian. being the only creature that's really in the water. Going to be a 15?
Yep, that hits.
Okay. 13 points of damage to you.
He's not trailing any blood or anything while he's diving in the water.
The shark is.
Oh, the shark is? Oh, he's okay. He's
Yep.
bleeding.
Oh, the shark is bleeding. Yeah.
Okay.
it's
Oh, thank
bleeding.
God.
Bottom of the round. The shark deep underwater, chasing after Caspian. Vladimir floating on the surface with the rest of the prisoners. The pirates jeering and cheering in the background. The sun has now set. So how does Ellie proceed?
I don't know if I can pull it off because you said the shark was deep underwater. What I would like to do, seeing it go for Caspian, I'm going to start panicking a little, and I'd really like to put myself right above it and then just drop with my dagger out and try to spear it, land on its back and just spear it with my dagger. I just don't know if I can get there through the water.
So yeah. Let's do that high risk, high reward. 'Cause I really like
yeah,
that.
I mean, I'm definitely going to be diving like a proper diver because I do know the ocean from my background. And I've got my dagger out first and I'm going for it.
So I'll let you do an acrobatics
So.
check or a dagger attack.
I didn't hit it. Either way, I only hit an 8.
An 8?
Yeah, I rolled an 8. I got a 2 plus 6.
You go diving into the shark, and at the last minute, it turns its attention away from Caspian to you. Its mouth opens up wide, and you find yourself skating right into the teeth of this hunter shark. Please roll your damage.
My dagger's still out.
Yep, you're just
my
going
damage?
and cut. Yeah, absolutely. You're cutting straight through, all the way through.
Do I have any sneak attack to this, or he knew I was there?
Yeah, you do get sneak attack technically. So
Okay.
Yeah, Caspian's
Yeah.
near you, so you get it.
yeah,
All right, so that's a
Or near him.
D4. I got 2 6s for my 6 sneak attack. So that's 14 damage. I couldn't have made that up. I'm showing the camera as if my camera's on.
and as you slice through the shark's internal organs, the teeth just graze alongside her back. You're taking 7 points of piercing damage.
I'll take it.
And you come
That's
out
fine.
the other. You come out the other end, slicing through the dagger with the dagger in your hand. It's in the water, right in front of Caspian. And you turn around, and the shark morphs back into the old man. And he floats gently towards the bottom. Vladimir, you can hear the crowd just booing and throwing things and just taking leaks whizzing inside the cavern through the portcullis.
Taking leaks?
I got a dagger. They better not do that for long.
Portcullis opens and Festerwound says, "That's
Are you-
enough partying." Bring them out. Unless you have a couple moments before you notice the pirates are lowering a rope down to you, beckoning you to come up one by one. Caspian, you are the first near the rope. How do you proceed?
So I'm just gonna take it, I guess.
The pirates pull you up quickly and kind of one on each side of you, blockading your escape. Vladimir.
I'm gonna heal myself. Cure wounds.
Fair.
For the whole giant 5, feeling a little better.
You notice that as you begin to cure the wounds, your arm was just moments from falling off to the
Oh
side.
jeez, I
As the
healed that
shark-
arm more.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I do another cure wounds before cutting off that. Alright, 7.
And Ellie, many of the prisoners follow suit, grateful to be out of this bloodbath of a mess. And how do you proceed?
I would like to conceal my dagger on my body before I take the rope.
Captain Festerwound says, "Begin the march tonight. Enough sport. We've had enough play. It's now time for work." At that moment, a very large explosion rings out. Hi, this is Jonathan with Sojourners Awake. Just to let you know, when Vladimir was bitten by the hunter shark with a natural 20,
I rolled 15 damage, but I forgot to double the damage dice. I think that would have totaled a complete of 30 damage. The reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of times in the game, dungeon masters and players alike miss important details that could potentially make for a more dramatic, exciting scenario. Imagine if someone had spoken up and said, "Oh, is that max damage or did you double the damage?" It might seem like a dumb question at the time, but then again, I made a dumb call. And so it's okay for players and dungeon masters to ask clarifying questions. Don't be afraid. That's why we're here around the table, speaking and looking and hanging out with each other. It's okay to ask questions. As I always say, a great Sojourner asks great questions. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed this segment. This is Jonathan again with Sojourners Awake, and may your story continue.